3 days ago, the total solar eclipse in Leo reset your identity. Not your relationships, your identity. The eclipse worked at the level of who you are in your Leo core, your self-expression, your creative life, your willingness to be seen, and your capacity to lead from genuine heart rather than performance. That reset happened at the individual level, in the most private territory of your own soul. And today, the moon has moved into Libra, the sign of the other, of partnership, balance, and the specific, scales-held level question of who belongs in the space that the eclipse opened. Because here is the thing about identity eclipses that most people do not tell you. When your sense of who you are fundamentally shifts, when the performed version is released and the genuine version is planted, the relationships around you do not stay the same. They cannot. Because they were built in relationship to a specific version of you. And that version just changed. Some relationships will expand naturally to meet the new you. The ones built on genuine connection, on actually knowing you rather than on the role you played, will grow alongside the eclipse's identity reset, with the specific warmth of love that is genuinely interested in who you are becoming rather than who you were. And some relationships will not. Some were built around the performance, around the smaller version, around the managed, approval-seeking, please don't be too much Leo that the South Node eclipse released 3 days ago. And those relationships, with the Libra moon holding the scales honestly today, are going to start feeling like they do not quite fit. Welcome to Twilight of Wisdom. The moon is in Libra. The eclipse is 3 days behind you. And the most important question available right now is, who belongs in the chapter the eclipse just opened? What the Libra moon is weighing right now. Libra is the sign of the scales. Not the scales of judgment, the scales of discernment. Of the honest, nothing sentimental, what is actually here assessment of whether what is present is genuinely balanced, or whether the appearance of balance is being maintained at someone's expense. And the Libra moon today is weighing your relationships against the specific standard of your new eclipse-activated Leo identity. Not with the Virgo moon's analytical detail or the Scorpio moon's probing depth. With Libra's particular aesthetic, this is either in harmony or it is not clarity. The question Libra's scales are asking about each significant relationship in your life right now is this. Does this relationship make room for who the eclipse just said you are? Not who you were. Not who was comfortable for this person to be around. Not the managed version or the approval-calibrated version or the version that kept the peace by being smaller than you actually are. Does this relationship, as it currently exists in the daily reality of how it operates, make genuine room for the heart-led, not performed, courage to be seen Leo that the eclipse planted in you 3 days ago? Some will. And the Libra moon today is also asking you to see those clearly, to acknowledge the specific relationships that feel genuinely expansive in the wake of the eclipse. The person who responded to the more visible, more expressed, more fully yourself version of you with warmth rather than friction. The friendship that feels lighter and more genuinely mutual since the eclipse. The partnership that has its own eclipse energy, growing into something more honest and more real alongside your own growth. Those relationships belong in the new chapter. Today, the Libra moon is asking you to see them clearly and tend them with the specific, conscious, Venus in Libra quality of someone who understands that the right relationships are not just a backdrop to your own growth, they are the soil it grows in. Type, "The scales are showing me" in the comments. If the Libra moon today is making something specific visible about a relationship, either one that clearly belongs in the new chapter or one that is beginning to feel like it was built for the old version, name it, even vaguely. Libra's discernment works better when it is acknowledged. The Leo-Libra conversation. Individual identity meets partnership. Today's specific energy, the Leo Sun and the Libra Moon in their post-eclipse conversation, is one of the most personally relevant astrological combinations available this month. Leo and Libra are in what astrologers call a sextile, a 60-degree angle of gentle, cooperative, mutually beneficial flow. They are not in tension with each other. They are in conversation. And the conversation they are having today, 3 days after the most significant Leo eclipse since 2019, is one of the most practically important for where your audience is right now.
If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you.
The Leo sun is saying, "I know who I am now." The eclipse clarified it. The performance is gone. The genuine expression is planted. I am this, specifically, authentically, without apology. The Libra moon is responding. Beautiful. Now, who sees that? Who can hold that? Who is genuinely interested in the authentic version and not just comfortable with the performed one? Because the identity you just found needs relationships that can actually receive it. That can reflect it back to you accurately, rather than distorting it through the lens of what they need you to be. Success today often comes through collaboration rather than competition. The eclipse reset your individual identity. The Libra moon today is asking you to find the collaborators for it. The people who are genuinely interested in what the eclipse planted in you, not as a project or a role or a function, but as an actual person they actually know and are actually glad to know. Those people are in your life right now. Some of them showed up during the eclipse window. Some of them have been there for years, and the eclipse just made their presence more visible and more valuable than it was before. Today, the Libra moon is asking you to recognize them, to turn toward them consciously, to invest in those relationships with the specific Libra, graceful, Leo warm quality of someone who understands that the new chapter is better with the right people in it. Who does not belong? And how to know. I want to speak honestly about the other side of today's Libra scales, because avoiding it would leave you without the most important guidance this moon offers. Some relationships do not belong in the new chapter, not because the people are bad or the relationships were meaningless, because they were specifically calibrated to the version of you the eclipse released, and that version is gone. Here's how you know when a relationship belongs to the old chapter rather than the new one. When you are around this person, you notice a specific pull back toward the performance, toward managing your expression to fit what they are comfortable with, toward being smaller, quieter, less fully yourself than you were on your own. When the relationship requires a version of you that the eclipse made available to release, and you find yourself picking that version back up to maintain the connection. That does not mean the relationship must end today. Libra does not do dramatic endings. It does gradual, graceful, honest rebalancing. It holds the scales, sees what is there, and moves incrementally toward genuine equilibrium rather than forcing sudden conclusions. What it does mean is that you stop pretending the fit is still there when the Libra moon is showing you clearly that it is not. You stop over-investing in a dynamic that requires the old performance in order to function. You stop giving your primary relational energy to connections that need you to be less than the eclipse said you are. And you start, gently, honestly, with the Leo warmth and the Libra grace that this combination offers, redirecting that energy toward the relationships that can actually hold who you are now. Not who you were. Who you are, as of August 12, 2026, after the sky went dark and your genuine identity was planted in the eclipse's darkness. Type, "I see who belongs" in the comments and name, specifically or vaguely, one relationship that clearly belongs in the new chapter. Not the one that does not fit. The one that does. The Libra moon today wants the positive recognition first. Acknowledge who is genuinely in your corner before you sort out who is not. The eclipse season is still open. 13 days to the lunar eclipse. I want to remind you of something that changes the quality of today's Libra moon energy significantly. The eclipse season is not over. We are in the middle of it. The total solar eclipse on August 12th and the partial lunar eclipse on August 28th form one connected eclipse season, a 2-week window of maximum cosmic intensity and maximum cosmic permission for the changes that eclipses bring, which means that the relational sorting the Libra moon is doing today is eclipse-powered, not ordinary waxing crescent Libra energy. Post-eclipse, eclipse season, maximum intensity Libra energy. The clarity available about which relationships belong and which do not is sharper right now than it will be in any ordinary Libra moon transit this year, and the decisions made, not the dramatic ones, the quiet ones, the ones about where you direct your energy and attention and genuine heart, in these 13 days between the two eclipses will determine the relational landscape that the lunar eclipse on August 28th illuminates. The partial lunar eclipse in Pisces is going to show you the emotional reality of your relationships as they currently are, the felt truth of what is genuinely mutual and what is genuinely draining, what is growing and what is completing. And what you see at that eclipse will be a direct reflection of the relational choices you make in these 13 days. Today, with the Libra moon weighing clearly and the eclipse season still wide open, make the relational choices that honor the identity the solar eclipse planted. Turn toward the people who belong. Gently, gradually, without drama, begin redirecting from the ones who don't. And let the Libra moon's graceful, nothing-forced, scales-held honestly energy do the sorting that needs to happen before the lunar eclipse arrives. Create balance, and let it become the foundation. Before I let you go into this Libra moon day, I want to give you the simplest and most important instruction available. Create balance, not the performed harmony of conflict avoided. The genuine balance of relationships where both people are actually, visibly, honestly growing. Where the give and receive are genuinely mutual. Where the presence of the other person expands rather than contracts the genuine you. That is what the Libra moon today is building toward. Not just in your external relationships, but in your relationship with yourself. The internal balance between the Leo courage to be seen and the Libra wisdom to choose carefully who does the seeing. Between the eclipse's bold identity reset and the graceful, patient, nobody needs to be hurt today process of aligning your relational world with who you actually are. Create balance, nurture the relationships that belong. Let harmony, genuine harmony, not performed harmony, become the foundation from which the second half of this extraordinary eclipse season unfolds. 13 days to the lunar eclipse. The Libra moon is holding the scales right now. Let it show you what is actually there. Type "I claim it" in the comments and finish this sentence. The relationship I am investing in most consciously after this eclipse is name the person or the type of relationship. Name what the eclipse made you more certain belongs in the new chapter. The Libra moon is listening. The lunar eclipse in 13 days will illuminate what you build from this. Let it see you choosing well. Share this with someone whose relationships are being rebalanced by the eclipse, because the Libra moon today is the most relationship-clarifying energy of the entire eclipse window. Subscribe to Twilight of Wisdom, because the first quarter moon in Scorpio arrives August 20th, and the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces arrives August 28th. 13 days. The eclipse season is still open. We are guiding you all the way through. Today, let the scales speak. See who belongs. Choose them consciously. The new chapter is being populated right now.